May it please the court.
Proceed.
Please introduce yourself for the jury.
My name is Chrisk Hall. I'm 18 years old.
And can you tell us about your educational background?
I attend Truman High School in Longstreet, Missouri.
And do you know Taylor Jennings?
Yes, she's a classmate at my school.
Now, since you're out of school, what are you doing now?
I was supposed to be going to college and receiving some scholarships, but all of that has been put on hold due to this incident.
Now, let's go back to Taylor Jennings. How did you get along with her?
There was always kind of a rivalry between the two of us. We were running against each other for valedictorian.
And why do you say there was a rivalry?
Because, like I said, we were running against each other for valedictorian and a couple of other scholarships.
And what did you tell him or her when you were talking about the ACTs?
I specifically didn't tell her anything. She kept badgering me about the ACT score, and I asked my friend Cody Grant to play as a practical joke, tell her I got a 35.
And did you mean to hurt that person?
No, I did not.
Now, I want to draw your attention to February 28th, 2011. Where were you that day?
I was in school.
And did anything noteworthy happen?
Yes, I was arrested for knowing possession of methamphetamine.
And when did this happen?
After my third period advanced chemistry class.
Now, let's go back to your third period advanced chemistry class. What was happening at the beginning of class?
Well, during the class that day, we were doing an experiment on cloning sheep. So, in the beginning of class, as always, when we have labs, we were sitting at the lab tables while Ms. Devaney was giving instructions and writing on the board.
Were all the students sitting at the lab tables?
Yes.
Why?
Because we're dealing with very dangerous chemicals, and if we're not sitting at the tables and paying attention to Ms. Devaney's instructions, there could be a mistake made and somebody could be hurt.
What happened if you left the lab tables?
Ms. Devaney would yell at us and tell us to sit back down.
And what if you needed something?
We would have to wait until after the instructions were over.
And where were you sitting?
I was at the far right lab table.
And where was Cody Grant sitting?
At the middle lab table.
And where was Miss Jennings sitting?
At the far left lab table.
And where was your teacher?
She was at the board.
Now, did you leave the lab table during or while Miss Devaney was giving her lab instructions?
No, I did not.
And was it usual for students to go with their backpacks during lab instructions?
Not during lab instructions. After instructions were finished, we were allowed to get up and move around the classroom.
And why was that?
Because sometimes we need to get up and get papers after instructions were over, but during instructions we weren't allowed to leave due to the fact that, like I said, we were dealing with very dangerous chemicals, and if a mistake is made or we don't follow instructions properly, somebody could be hurt.
Now, what happened after chemistry?
After chemistry, I continued on to my fourth period class.
And what happened during your fourth period?
The vice principal came and got me from my class and took me down to the office.
And what happened after you were taken down to the office?
I was told to sit in a room and wait, and I sat there until Officer Down came in.
And what actions did Officer Down make?
He asked to search my bag.
Did he say what he wanted to search for?
No, he did not tell me what he was looking for or why he wanted to search my bag.
Did you give him any verbal consent?
Yes, I told him he could.
Why?
Because I didn't have anything to hide.
Did anything happen while he was searching?
Yeah, he pulled out this canister. It was like a film canister.
And did he tell you what was in the film canister?
He opened it up and pulled out a little plastic baggie with a white rocky substance in it.
Now, let's draw your attention to Principal Norris. She is your principal.
Yes.
Okay. And how do you know Principal Norris?
She's the principal at Truman. I've attended the school that she's the principal at for the past 4 years.
Did you have any issues with Principal Norris?
Well, a few weeks before this incident, she had stopped me in the hallway and told me that I was in the lead for valedictorian, but in order to win, she implied that the basketball team would have to win state.
And how did that make you feel?
I was a bit angry. I felt a lot of pressure. I may have even snapped at her a little bit.
Okay, let's go back to Officer Down. What happened after he found the film canister?
Like I said, he opened it up and pulled out the plastic baggie with a white rocky substance inside of it.
Have you ever seen the baggie before?
No, I had not.
Have you ever seen the white rocky substance within the baggie before?
No.
And what was the white rocky substance later confirmed to be?
I was later told that the substance inside the baggie was, in fact, methamphetamine.
And have you ever used methamphetamine before?
No, I would never do anything to harm my basketball career or my chance at the scholarships or college.
And what scholarships did you have for basketball?
There were several different basketball scholarships being offered to me, and I was also being offered the Division I scholarship.
And was all that put on hold due to this incident?
Yes, it was.
No further questions, Your Honor.